as you all are aware, I am literally recording my whole journey of starting this business with you guys. So everything I'm doing is just recording and putting in front of you, so you know how it is to get clients and start a business. After my second cold call, I realized I was burning a lot of leads, because what really is a lead is a person that you are able to contact. I'm not saying how much qualified of that lead is, but if me practicing getting better at sales is costing me leads, then I was like, there has to be a better option. So I read a book called Cybernetics by Maxwell. There he introduced a concept where our subconscious mind doesn't really know the difference between imagine a fact versus reality. So what this means is you can get better at something by imagining doing that in your head rather than doing it in reality. And he gave a lot of examples to back that up. One example was there was a golf player. He never practiced, but he increased his performance by 43%. By every day he would just sit down, close his eyes, imagine in his head hitting the ball, and after a month they measured his performance next to a person who actually did practice. They both were about at the same percentage. So this shows that you don't have to literally make sales calls to get better, even though that is recommended after a certain point. So what I did after my second cold call was I made 50 cold calls in my head. So I would go into Google listing, find the business I wanted to call, and then I would go to my voice number, put the paste number. You have to imagine those little details. That's what desensitizes you from being nervous on the calls. So I would do that and call it and go over my script in my head. I would say, like, can I please speak to the owner, and then pretend the gatekeeper, she says, what is this regards to? Then I say in my head, well, yes, I called yesterday but it was busy. Can you tell them Hassan is on the phone? I think they'll understand. It's about online orders, and I just play the whole script. And there are two benefits of doing those sales calls in your head. First, it builds more confidence because you actually imagine doing those sales calls, and your mind gets prepared for it because it don't know the difference between if you were actually doing it or you're doing it in your head. We already talked about it with proof. And the second benefit of that I got after doing those 50 calls was improving my offer. I will show you the difference in the next video between my sales script before those 50 calls and the after, and the confidence I had in saying those words. There was kind of a lot of improvements. So this was a little trick I wanted to share with you, and in the next videos we will talk about the outreach methods, the best ones, because honestly there are some platforms it's just a waste of time, because the business owner don't look at those messages, but you do maybe 50 of those, 100 of those each day. But if you could be doing something else on different platform or channel, there could have been much more return on investment on your time. So I'm doing an experiment right now. I'm doing 50 I send like 50 Instagram. I know the volume is not a lot, but it's a small test. 50 Facebook, 50 LinkedIn, and 50 cold calls. And I will let you know. I have a spreadsheet with all of the data every day, how many calls I do. After like maybe 100 on each, I will let you know which was the most effective method. I feel like everyone else is just DMing because they're shy, and it's just spamming the prospect. So it would really make you look different from the crowd if you actually had some guts. And the best thing is always show up in a business, but I'll be with you. You might not feel as confident in the beginning, but the second best thing you can do is make cold calls, in my opinion. And I'm doing that doing myself this experiment, and I will let you know the results. Till then, bye bye.